If you've ever found yourself doubting your abilities or questioning your worth, you're definitely not alone. So many of us struggle with self-doubt, and it can really hold us back from being the people God created us to be. But have you ever wondered where this self-doubt actually comes from? Let's talk about that. Self-doubt usually starts when we begin to believe the negative things we hear about ourselves or when we compare ourselves to others. Maybe someone criticized you or you faced setbacks that made you question yourself. It's easy to start thinking you're not good enough, but here's the truth. Your worth isn't defined by what others say or even by your past mistakes. God sees you differently. When we look to God for our sense of self, everything changes. The Bible is full of verses that remind us of our value and identity in Christ. God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made, chosen, and loved beyond measure. When we believe what God says about us, we can push back against the doubts that creep into our minds. I know self-doubt can be overwhelming, especially when it feels like that inner voice of criticism is constant. It's that little whisper in your head that makes you second-guess every decision or feel like you're never measuring up. This can come from a fear of failure, perfectionism, or just from comparing ourselves to others. But God didn't create us to live in a state of worry and self-criticism. Self-doubt can really mess with our mental health too. It can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and even depression. When we're stuck in a cycle of doubt, it's hard to move forward in life. We start to believe the lies that we're not good enough, and that can keep us from trying new things or pursuing our dreams. So, what can we do about it? First, it's important to recognize where our self-doubt is coming from. Sometimes it's rooted in past experiences, like being criticized when we were younger or feeling like we never quite measure up to society's expectations. Other times, it's the result of our own negative self-talk. We might focus too much on our flaws or mistakes instead of seeing the bigger picture of who we really are. But here's the thing, God's truth can help us break free from self-doubt. When we start to notice those negative thoughts, we can challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or am I just being too hard on myself? Replace those doubts with what God says about you. Speak affirmations over your life like, I am a child of God, or I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about faith. When you trust in what God says about you, you start to see yourself differently. Spend time in prayer and read the Bible to remind yourself of who you are in God's eyes. And don't be afraid to reach out to your faith community or spiritual mentors for support. Another key to overcoming self-doubt is practicing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. We're often our own worst critics, but what if we spoke to ourselves with the same kindness we'd offer a friend? Take time for self-care, reflect on your thoughts and emotions, and remember that it's okay to not have it all figured out. You're on a journey, and God is with you every step of the way. Remember, you are valuable just as you are. Your worth doesn't depend on what you've achieved or what others think of you. It comes from being a beloved child of God. Embrace that truth and let it guide you as you move forward. You don't have to let self-doubt hold you back. Trust in God's plan for your life and step confidently into the purpose He has for you. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe so you can be notified of future videos. Also, please share this video so we can spread the word together. God bless you.